Welcome to this 25-minute feel-good yoga flow. Find your way into a seated position on your knees at the bottom of your mat. Take a deep breath in, arms up to the sky, and out, hands to heart. And another breath in, arms up to the sky, and out, hands to heart. Interlace your fingers behind your back. Take a deep breath in and out, bring your head to the floor. Breathe in, come back up. Open up your heart. And out, bring your head back to the floor. Breathe in, come up, open up. And out, back to the floor. Breathe in, open up. And breathe out, back to the floor. Breathe in, open up your heart. And out, bring your head back to the floor. Breathe in, open up. And out, back to the floor. Now release your arms and straighten them out into a child's pose. Now bring your arms to the right side and feel a nice deep stretch on the side of your body. To make it even deeper, you can look underneath your right arm. Okay, return back to center and do the same thing on your left side. If you want to make the stretch deeper, look underneath your left arm. And return back to center. Come forward into a tabletop position. We are going to do a cat-cow. Breathe in, arch the back, look up. And out, round through the spine, look down. Breathe in, look up. Breathe out, round through the spine and look down. Breathe in, arch. And breathe out, look down. Breathe in, open up, arch the back. And out, sit back into a child's pose. Now come forward with a rounded back. Look up and sit back into a child's pose. Round through the spine forward, arch the back. And sit back into a child's pose. Again, rounding through, arching the back. And child's pose. Round, arch. And neutral spine. Tuck under your toes and lift your right leg in a straight line. Lift your left arm, keep them in a line, keep your core engaged. We are going to hold this for a couple of seconds. Keep your balance. Okay, now bend your knee and grab your foot with your left hand. Pull it towards your glute. Feel that nice stretch in your quad and try to keep that balance. Okay, release and come back to the floor with your hand and knees. Let's switch to the other side. Arm and leg lifted in a straight line. Engage your core here, find your balance. You can tuck under your toes to have better balance here. Hold, and bend your knee, grab onto your foot, pull it closer to your glute, feel that nice stretch in your quad muscle. And release. Bring your hand and knee back to the floor, tuck under your toes and lift your knees a couple of centimeters above the ground. Engage your core in this pose, feel it firing up, and then press your hips into the sky, into a downward facing dog. Now bend your right knee and your left knee, point it towards the right side and open your entire body towards your right side. And switch. Bend your right knee and try and look to your left side. And switch. And switch. And switch. And switch. And return to center into a downward facing dog. Round forward into a plank position. Bring your knees, your chest and your chin to the floor and then lift up your upper body. Baby cobra. And lift back into a downward facing dog. We are going to do some spinal waves from plank to downward facing dog. Round through the spine, plank position, and arch, downward facing dog. Round, plank, and arch, downward facing dog. Round, plank, and arch, downward facing dog. Make sure you keep your core engaged while doing this. Round, come forward into plank, and arch, back into a downward facing dog. Now lift your right leg up to the sky, in a three-legged dog. Bend your knee, and start making a circular movement with your knee, warming up the hips and the glutes. Keep going. Three, two, one, and back into a three-legged dog. Step in between your hands and lower your back knee into a low lunge. Arms up to the sky. Feel that stretch in your psoas muscle. On your exhale, bend forward and straighten out your leg. Breathe in, come forward into a low lunge, and out, back into a half split. In, low lunge, and out, half split. In, low lunge, and out, half split. Let's hold it here for a couple of seconds. And come back forward into a low lunge. Raise the arms above your head. Lift the back knee off the floor. And step forward to the front of your mat. Bring your hands to your heart. And breathe in, arms up to the sky. Out, dive to the floor. Halfway lengthen. And forward fold. Grab onto those ankles or toes, wherever you are today. Feel that stretch in your hamstrings and calf muscles. Okay, now step or jump into a plank position. Chaturanga. And upward facing dog. Press into the hands into a downward facing dog. And now lift your left leg to the sky, bend the knee, and start making these circular movements on this side. Three, two, one, and three-legged dog. Now step in between your hands, lower your back leg, low lunge. Keep your hips squared in this position. Feel the stretch on your psoas muscle. Now come into a half split and breathe in, low lunge. Breathe out, half split. Breathe in, low lunge. Breathe out, half split. Breathe in, low lunge. And out, half split. Breathe in, low lunge. And out, half split. Let's hold it here. Keep your hips squared. And come back into a low lunge. Raise the arms above your head. Lift the back knee. And step to the front of your mat. Hands to heart. Breathe in, arms up to the sky. And out, dive them to the floor. Halfway lengthen. Forward fold. What we are going to do now is bring in a twist into your forward fold. Bring your left hand towards your right foot, bend the right leg and lift your arm to the sky, opening your body. This way you feel a twisting movement, but also a very deep stretch in your left leg, your hamstrings and your calves. You can go deeper when you have one knee bent. Okay, return back to center and switch to the other side. And back to center. Halfway lengthen. Forward fold. See how deep you can go now. And jump into a plank. Chaturanga. Upward facing dog. And downward facing dog. Now lift your left leg to the sky and bring your left foot towards your right hand. Lower down your body to the ground into a pigeon pose. You don't have to keep your shin parallel to the mat. Just keep it in a way that it's comfortable for you. You can lower down on your elbows if you feel right. Find a position that feels right for you, where you feel a nice and deep stretch in your glute muscle and in the sides of your hips. It's time to come out now. Get back onto your hands, tuck under your toes and step back into a three-legged dog. Now step that foot in between your hands and lower the heel down to the floor of your back leg. Arms up to the sky, warrior one. Keep your hips and body pointed towards the front. Now open up your body to the side and lower the arms. Keep looking to the front. Now bring your front hand to the floor and bring the other hand over your head pointing forward, creating a straight line from foot to hand. Feel that nice stretch in the side of your body. Now also bring that hand to the floor and pivot your foot to the outside into a lizard pose. We are going to do some lizard push-ups. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and step back. downward facing dog. Come forward into a plank, chaturanga, upward facing dog, and press into the hands for a downward facing dog. And now lift your other leg to the sky, three-legged dog, and bring your foot towards your hand into that pigeon pose. Find a position that feels comfortable for you. And if you feel like it, lower down on your elbows. It's time to come out. Come back onto your hands, tuck under your toes, and step back into a three-legged dog. And now step your foot in between your hands and lower the heel of your back leg to the floor. Warrior 1. Keep your body pointing to the front. Now open up your body to the side and lower down the arms. Warrior 2. Bring your hand to the floor and the other one over your head pointing to the front, creating that line from foot to fingers. Now also bring that hand to the floor, turn forward and pivot your foot to the outside, lizard pose. We are going to do these push-ups again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and last one, 7. Now step back into that three-legged dog and downward facing dog. Keep engaging your core here. Try to point the elbows downward towards the mat. Round forward into a plank. Shift your weight onto your left hand towards a side plank with your left leg straightened out in front of you. Bring your right arm over your head in a straight line. Open up your heart. And bring your right hand to the floor and step back into a downward facing dog. Now lift your left leg to the sky into a three-legged dog. Bring it back so far that you touch the floor into a flipped dog pose. Open your heart. And come out, back into a downward facing dog. Let's switch to the other side. Shift your weight onto your right hand towards a side plank with your right leg straightened out in front of you. If you can open up your chest even more so you're not into a side plank anymore. Okay, now step back into a downward facing dog. Lift your right leg to the sky and come into your flip dog on that side. Open up your heart and your chest. And come out, step back into your downward facing dog. Round forward into a plank, chaturanga, upward facing dog, and downward facing dog. Lift your left leg to the sky and bring your knee in between your hands. Lower your body down on the floor. We are going to get into a mermaid pose, so bring your back shin off the mat and grab onto your foot. Pull it closer towards your body. Feel that deep stretch in your psoas muscle. Open up your heart. And release. Tuck under your toes and step back into a three-legged dog. Now step in between your hands. High lunge. And step to the front of your mat. Bring your hands to your heart. Breathe in, arms up to the sky, and out, dive your hands to the floor. Halfway lengthen and forward fold. Jump into a plank, chaturanga, upward facing dog, and downward facing dog. Now lift your right leg to the sky, bend your knee and bring it in between your hands. We are going to get into a mermaid pose on this side. So bring your shin off the floor and grab onto that foot. Keep opening up your heart. Feel that nice and deep stretch in your psoas muscle. And release. Tuck under your toes and step back into a three-legged dog. Now step in between your hands. High lunge. And step to the front of your mat. Bring your hands to your heart. And sit down on the floor. We have one last pose for today. It is the happy baby pose. Bend your knees and grab onto your toes or ankles while opening up your hips and bring the knees as close to the floor as possible. And you can release your legs and your arms to the floor into our final pose, our Shavasana. Relax every muscle in your body. Thank your body for working so hard today. Thank yourself for coming here to work so hard today. Now it's time for you to just relax and just be present in this moment. Feel everything you feel. You can stay here for as long as you wish to. I am going to come out. Roll onto your side, into a fetal pose, and come up to a seated position. Thank you so much for being here with me today. I hope you have a wonderful day. Namaste. Don't forget to like and subscribe and let me know what you want to see next.